What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope you all had a good day. For me, pretty poop. Um, Traded live, sat through this whole uptrend crap. Um, I freaking hate trend days because I'm always looking for a pullback to get in. And then also all-time highs. I don't play price discovery. When we got this pullback here, let me kind of draw this because it'll make more sense if I draw it. We started forming a little bear flag here, and I was saying the pullback to the 786 fib. Wait, what happened? Bro. The pullback to the 786 fig was probably a good spot to hop in if we were looking to get in. But then they never would have hit my profit target, which was the 272 fib. Um, just overall pretty crap as far as I'm concerned. Um, there was literally no pullback for me, nowhere to get into a play until maybe this. Like it's pretty obvious they were going to sell off. They created a poor high, and generally when that happens, they'll sell off and then they'll proceed higher. Somewhere right around here, I was talking about a bounce, and then I realized it was right at the end of the day, and I was like, "Oh, they're gonna dump this and create a spike and go make a new low of the day," which is exactly what they did. Um, anyway, we had talked about. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't leave it on my chart, but I feel like I talked about if they did this, um, getting into calls, or actually, I said we need like them to make a high, come back, retrace, get in, and then that way we have a target, to exit the trade. They never did that. There was just no pullback today. And again, price discovery, all time highs, just a day that I couldn't really trade. I did take a trade in the overnight session where I was in puts, and they didn't even give me that. I was targeting this green zone down here. And they sold off. I don't remember exactly to where, but somewhere, and then started bouncing. Um, all right. And then I should mention, I told you guys yesterday I don't like you. I still don't like you guys today. Don't ask me why. It's nothing personal. I just don't feel like being here. I'm playing. I love you guys, but yeah, I don't know. Just not feeling it. If that makes sense. Let me start erasing stuff so we can start figuring out levels. Well, they did clean up the poor high. We talked about that. Um, all right. Session volume profile. We will not have SIGs today. Alrighty. At the top again, we've got a poor low, poor high. I mean, I don't know why I can't English. Can you guys correct me if I'm wrong? Like, in my templates, I cannot see strong high or strong low, which used to be there. And now it's gone. Weird. I guess I need to make a new template for strong highs and strong lows. We can turn on TPO, but this is going to be our M period. We have a spike. Spike base is here. So let's get it. All right. I guess the one positive thing today was the live trading basically just turned into an education chat, which I feel like was pretty informative. We covered quite a few things. We covered some pet peeves of mine, like paper trading, which is always fun. If you guys ever want to have an argument about paper trading or Robinhood, I'm trying to think what else. I'm sure there's one other trigger for me. But definitely paper trading and Robinhood. If you guys ever want to argue about that, hit me up in my DMs. We can hop on a voice call and I'll win. Okay, so cheers. Oh my gosh, my headphones keep sliding off my head. I don't know why. All right. Let's peek at what futures are doing. Nothing. They're flat. Fun. As far as SPY, I'm still looking for that 635. We'll say 635 50 cents to get hit. Our 272 fib. I don't know why I drew a line there as well. I already have a line there. Like, I don't need to. So we started to break out of this flag. Came almost back inside. We could always retrace back down to the bottom before they go, but I'm still really expecting this 635. Oh, yeah. Hit me up about fair value gaps. I got something for you. If anybody's new here, they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Sorry, I'm angry. Very, very angry. Let's take a look at news. We already established, like, there's no news this week, right? Yeah. Powell is speaking an hour before the open. And then Richmond Manufacturing Index 30 minutes after the open, but nothing too major. I feel like I'm missing a step. I know I want to look at the Fear and Greed Index. Extreme greed. Okay, leave me alone. Oh, just greed. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Greed. Okay. Stop. I'm going to go see if my wife wants to fight. I'm in that kind of mood tonight. I can't do that because she will. She'll beat my ass. She will literally win that argument. I'm not going there. I'm good. But if any of you guys want to fight, I'm going to win. So bring it. Feisty mood tonight. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm loading up my footprint charts so we can look at our high volume nodes and imbalances if they decide they ever would like to load. Interesting. What's here? Are you serious right now? This is wrong. This is wrong. Sorry, I'm going to explain in a second, everybody. Or I guess it's not wrong. No, that has to be wrong. 45. Oh. Crazy. I'm really bad at this. Okay. I'm going to explain what I'm looking at. I'm literally confusing myself because yesterday we had identified, what is it? This down here? This, right? High volume node where we have a lot of contracts traded between 34 and 35, right? And I thought that was the area that we had highlighted on the chart here. And I'm like looking at this chart and I'm so confused because where is it? This here? I think this. I gotta zoom in. Now I'm confusing myself even more. Oh no. So here. Where is it? What was I just looking at? I give up. Maybe this? Bro. That's not what I'm looking at. What did I just look at? Oh, this. I'm like, I'm such an idiot because, like, this is so obvious. But like, this is a pretty obvious place for a bounce. Sorry. But this happened during the open, right? This is our first candle of the day, New York session. And so that's why I don't have it on my chart. And then even this here is not terrible. And basically, if you're paying attention to either of those, why are you moving? I'm not doing that. All right, I'm going to fight with my charts. I mean, this is the bounce, right? They're probably going to bounce pretty good from here. But I didn't catch it because I didn't draw it. And now I'm confused because I should have this on my chart and I don't. I'm probably not making very much sense. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. $70 to $73. $8.40 candle. $8.25 candle. Pretty right on there. That's good. There's a very specific way I would want to trade this tomorrow. Just an FYI. We're not going to be slapping puts the second they touch it. Or, I mean, you guys can if you want to be wild and freaky with it. But I would want confirmation before I get in. I still want this range here to get hit. 34 to 35. Or sorry, 34 to 36. And I'm pretty sure we already have that on our chart down here. Yeah. So actually, let me ask you guys, if we have a poor high up here at the top, right? And we have a large sell side high volume node at the top, where do you think our entry is? I've already kind of told you I don't want to get in right when they hit it. So what do you guys think is the way to trade this? I would be interested to hear if you guys are thinking along the same lines as me, if you're learning something from me. I don't know that I've ever specifically talked about this, but hopefully it just clicks in your mind automatically. Okay, I'm going to check for imbalances really quick while you guys think about that and possibly answer me. If I get no answers, I'm just going to close the end the stream and leave you guys hanging. All right, there's no imbalances I'm interested in. I mean, it's like right in the middle of the trend. I'm good. All right, I'm going to close this as I've acquired all of the information from it that I need, and it's in my way. Wow, a big order just came in. 63.50 and 50 cents. 72 contracts. Like, do I follow this person right now? Are you a buyer? Who? Another 29 contracts just came in on ES. I mean, we're in my buy zone. I'm going to explain to you guys what just happened. All right, cool. Triple G's answered, and I'm excited to read what you have to say. So, right here on ES, 63,050 and 50 cents. An order for 72 contracts came in, and then an order for 29 contracts came in right afterwards. I'm guessing it's the same person. But let's just math really quick, and I can show you the size of the person that just came in. So every 25-cent move on ES is $12.50. So you multiply that by 4, which gives you 50, which is your each dollar move on ES is plus minus $50, right? If you're buying at 63.50 and 50 cents, then you would multiply 63.50 and 50 cents, which gives you $317,000. And you multiply this by 72 contracts, and they just placed a basically $23 million order on ES. And then another 29 contracts came in after that. So, yeah, I think it's the same person. So roughly 100, which would put them right around like $30 million, $33 million that they just came in with on ES. And I'm pretty sure it's a buyer. And I'm like kind of tempted to slap buy, but at the same time, I don't like randomly just like following a trade. I like to trade my own trades, but it's just so tempting, like to try to guess which direction that whale is buying in or selling and follow them, but I'm going to sit on my hands. If I was going to do it, I would have already got in. But I think it's a buyer, and it's looking pretty good. All right. So we have our levels. Before I read what Triple G said, or anybody else, what I would want to see is they're going to want to clean up this poor auction or incomplete auction, right? They're going to want to clean up this poor high. And when they lose this, basically as soon as we lose my level here, I would want to hop in puts or get in short. So basically I want to see confirmation that we've cleaned up the poor high, completed the auction, and now we're reversing back down. We could even look for something like this, but I wouldn't mind just getting in right on the break of it, right when we lose whatever the bottom is of this 631.19. Or you could even just wait for 631, lose 631 and get in. All right, let me see what everybody said. Yeah, I still use Quant Tower for futures. Jack, if you want to talk about fair value VAPs, hop in, or if you want to talk about fair value gaps, hop in my DMs and we can scrap. If you want, you can just come over to my house. We can fight in my backyard. Nobody's going to break it up. Nobody's going to call the cops. One of us dies and we'll go from there. And then I have people that will help hide that person's body. So, or I should say yours, but yeah. What do I think about the YouTube channel that shows heat map and footprints live? I mean, sure. The only issue is you're going to always have a delay. No matter what you do, there's going to be some kind of a delay. I've never seen one that shows heat map and footprints, but you know, like the more information, the better. I don't really like heat map very much. Heat map. I freaking cannot English today. I don't know why. But so, the issue with heat map is you just have orders that are pending, right? And market makers have a tendency to, I think I might have just had a stroke because like I can't form words. If I slump over or something, I don't know, call my wife, call 911, do something. Tell them I'm a DNR, do not resuscitate. But anyway, with heat map, market makers like to place orders, like to try to influence price to move in a certain direction. So like if I have a massive order sitting at whatever level above price, then people will be like, oh, they want us to go to there, and then they're going to reverse back down. And right before we get to their orders, they pull them. And this happens in like milliseconds because they're using super fast computers that pull the orders right before they get filled, right? So heat map, I mean, while it can be great information, I prefer footprints because it's actually orders that have been filled, right? So it's actual orders, not just arbitrary orders that are sitting there. So, but again, you can't go wrong with more information, right? So you sent it to me on Discord. Where? Like in Keenan's? No. I don't think I have a message from you. Oh, you sent me. Okay. Yeah, no, I've seen them before. I just, not me. I thought you sent the answer to my question on Discord. But no. All right. Oh, Sebastico, let's go, my man. You got it. Nice. Yeah, I like going through it and then coming back through and entering there. Could also be at 80%. Yeah. I mean that would be ideal, right? If they gave us 45 minutes above, whatever, blah 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 blah, break back through, retest. Yeah, awesome. I'm not sure about earnings today. Yeah, Powell testimony tomorrow. I mean, it's going to affect the markets. Yeah, absolutely. Powell speaking will affect the markets for sure. Correct, Scott Dog. Where do I see order flow? It's called Footprint Charts. The platform that I use is called Quantower. There's a YouTube channel that has it, but you're going to be seeing it with a delay. I'll post the link right now. This is from Triple G. I'm sorry, what about what for futures? Correct, Alan. Pour high cleaned up and then take the short. The bet winner gets a cute ass dog? What dog? You can have both of my dogs. They're expensive though. Footprints are not delayed on Quantower. No, it's live data. Dude, if you guys took my dogs off my hands, my wife would just freaking love you forever. Let me close this. ES is completely just flat right now, doing nothing. All right, so for tomorrow, I would really ideally like to see this. And then here we get inputs. Okay. Very specific scenario where we clean up the poor high. Oops. I think even if we do open below the spike, we want to watch for calls here. I will happily take this. I will happily take this. Or actually, I should do this, but yeah. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Forever I hope that's how you say your name. I only go over charts on like Sunday through Thursday. Um, Sometimes I'll have option setups, but tonight I don't have any. I didn't even have time to look. If you're asking what my level is here, it's this 6370 to 6373. Okay. Anybody have any questions on SPY? Anybody want to slide in my DMs and fight? All right. For tonight, there's only two reasons you're allowed to hop in my DMs. One is to argue about hood, fair value gaps, or paper trading. The second one would be to send me pictures of these guys. Okay? That's it. Don't want any other DMs tonight. Hairless kitty cats, or to fight about fair value gaps, paper trading, or Robinhood. That's it. Oh gosh, Tessie, coin flip, they're gonna run. I don't know why. Why? Is it right now? The 23rd on Wednesday? Bro, where's my chart? That is not the chart that I want. I guess the chart I want is here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll see you guys like up here somewhere. What's the expected move? Now you're making me do work. That's crazy, man. Wild work. Wild. Anybody know the expected move on Tesla? I literally got no pictures of naked cats in my DMs. So, very disappointed in you guys. My wife is going to be like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm going to have to show her the video. All right. Tesla. By the way, this might lag the crap out of my stream. We shall see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really would not be surprised to see 355, but I want to see what the expected move is. Where are you? Was it July 25th? Yeah, they're looking for 25 points is the expected move on Tesla. All right, let me close this before it lags out my stream. What's 25 points? Yeah, baby. Yeah, really, like, I'll see you guys here. Right here, really, honestly, factually. This yellow box, I made my circle too big. But yeah, dude, this is very difficult. There we go. Close enough. Stop being weird, little circle. There we go. That's where we're going. You guys catch me outside. How about that? That would be my prediction for earnings, but I honestly could give two shits because I'm not going to trade it. Yeah, I don't know. Does this tell me the percentage? Yeah, same kind of thing. We're right in the ballpark, right? You're saying 6.8. Mine was like 20%. I mean, 25 points. So you're at 22 and a half, and my chart's at 25. So close enough. We're in that ballpark, and I would be targeting this 350-ish level. No way, bro. They're not going to 386. They're not going to 270. There's no. That's insane. That's some wild ass like Reddit, Wall Street bets crap. I mean, I can see 53, but to the downside, we're not going to 303. Or actually, you could be close. Yeah, 310. Split hairs. I wouldn't say as low as 303 though. 310, I would be okay with. Yeah. All right, I've got a couple DMs. I don't even know why I'm looking at Tesla. I don't like you, Jack. Leave me alone. Oh, you guys remember that song? Was it a show? Just leave me alone. Can you guys tell I'm in a feisty mood today? Like, literally, we can go fight in my backyard. Did I post this? I did not. I am, like, losing my mind. All right. Bro. Why do you guys do this to me? Intel's gonna freaking pump. Oh my god. They're gonna rock it. So whatever the expected... Look at my hair. People go to the salon to get highlights in their hair like this. Mine's all natural. Jesus, now I have to reopen my chart. You are killing me, GG. I'll give it to you in a second. Bang, buck. Or here. This 2760 to 2740. I don't have my password memorized for Toss, so I have to copy paste it. Good night. All right, we just need to figure out the expected move on Intel. When is Intel's earnings? That would be the question of the hour. Or I guess I can look it up on my chart. I was going to type a bunch of stuff. I say they're going to pump. It's going to be like a 2 point move. June 24th. Or what am I talking about? July 24th. Yeah, it's like 2 points. $25. I think they're going to right around 25. All right. So for people that don't know, I'm a big investor in Intel, and people might think I'm stupid if you're following like the recent news, right? Or even if you just look at the chart, you zoom out. It's not terrible. This is the last zone I said to buy, and so far that's playing out very well. But basically, I love Intel at this price. Like, I would buy every single dip. I would like to buy more shares right now, but I don't want to buy up here. If they come back here, I'll buy more. I think for earnings, we'll probably be going right around 25. This would be my target. Something like that. And the thing is if you look at the news, right? News on Intel is crap. Where is the news? I don't know. No. It doesn't really matter, but we can just talk about it. You can look up news on Intel, and it's all right now. It's all about layoffs, right? And how they've already basically like thrown in their hat on the AI race. They're so far behind. They don't feel like they can compete with, the bigger chip companies in the market right now. They've thrown in the hat on AI research and conceded to the big boys like AMD, NVIDIA, TSM. Is it TSM? Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't know if I got the ticker symbol right, but Taiwan Semiconductor. And anyway, they just laid off like 2,000 people. They laid off people before that. They have a new CEO, and basically, if I understand things correctly, like the old CEO was kind of kicked out, and they brought in this new CEO because the old CEO was just completely failing as a CEO and was bringing the company down. So they brought in this guy to try to salvage Intel, to try to save Intel. And for me, I'm good either way. Don't save Intel, doesn't matter. I have a pretty big position in Intel shares. And we also have Intel Leap calls for 2027. $27 strike price. Yeah. So here's the thing. If this CEO does turn the company around, as a shareholder, cool, I win, right? If the CEO is not able to turn the company around, Intel's intellectual properties, like their patents and things like that, would be extremely valuable to one of the bigger chip manufacturers that could, afford to buy Intel out, and it would just be like, a drop in the bucket for them, investment. And they would basically be able to pick up Intel really inexpensively as a company. And the reason they would be interested in it is to get all of those IPs, get all of their intellectual property, like their patents. And so if Intel fails as a company, if the CEO can't salvage it, then a big chip manufacturer buys them out and I still win. Like, for me, I don't see a downside for the company, like as far as a shareholder, or having Leap option contracts, right? So for me, it's just a win-win. Like most companies, like whatever, Bed Bath & Beyond, right? If they go out of, or when they went out of business, I said if, when they went out of business, there was nothing to buy, right? The only thing to buy would be like their brick and mortar stores. Um, but other than that, like nobody's going to buy the company, right? They don't have any intellectual property that people want to get a hold of for their own company. For Intel, it's a very different story where, um, if the value of the shares go low enough and it looks like the business is going to go under, one of those big dogs are going to swoop in and buy it up, and that's going to send the stock absolutely parabolic. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll retire when that happens. So for me, there's just no downside for Intel. I could be wrong, but as an investor, this is what I see. People that are not educated and don't know might be tentative to invest in Intel right now. Again, you just look at the news and everything is talking about how they're what's it called? Sorry. It's all negative news, layoffs, whatever, not able to compete in the AI market, so on and so forth. And so, like most people investing, they just look at that and they're like, ooh, like scary. But if you understand what's underneath the hood of the company and understand how much their intellectual property is worth, it's worth way more than the stock is currently valued at. Like, this is a joke. If you guys understood the value of their intellectual property, this is a very attractive company for one of the bigger chip manufacturers to swoop up and buy. And again, I'm indifferent. Like, I love Intel chips. I like Intel as a company. If this new CEO can salvage it, cool. Price will eventually creep up. If they fail and a big chip manufacturer swoops in and buys them up, then overnight this stock is going to go parabolic and I'm going to make a ton of money really quickly. Either way, I'm going to get there and I'm not in a hurry, right? It can creep up slowly if the guy recovers the company, or go parabolic because a bigger chip manufacturer buys them out and overnight I'll make a fortune. I'm good either way. Like, I'll take either scenario. It doesn't matter to me. But again, as an investor, it's just a win-win. I don't see a downside. I've got a couple DMs. I don't think anything probably important, but let me just look at them really quick just in case. Just somebody telling me that what I'm saying about if you want to argue about paper trading and Robin Hood, laughing my ass off. That's the one. All right. Doesn't look like we have any questions. Unfortunately, zero kitty pictures and nobody in my DMs wanting to fight, which is just boring. You guys are boring. With that said, I do love you guys. Always a good time hanging out with you guys and talking. I appreciate you guys that talk. Keep things interesting. Oh, and I forgot to mention one thing, which is a little birdie told me that Intel is going to just absolutely slap on earnings this coming up earnings. So I'm expecting like a 2-point move, so we should see right around 25-ish. Okay. Maybe I'll buy some options. I'm not really a big gambler on earnings, or I should say I'm not a gambler on earnings. But like, do I want to get $25 call options for Intel? I don't know. Maybe. A GIF? No. Oh, Dude, that's my girl, bro. Nobody mailed her to me, though, which is just unfair. And it would look literally just like that, except it wouldn't be a poll. Only Triple G is going to know what I'm talking about. And everybody else is going to be like, what? All right. As always, with that said, much love, much respect to everybody. Peace out. We will see you tomorrow, I think. There's a chance I might not be able to go live. Actually, let me cover that really quickly. There's a chance that I'm not going to be able to go live on Tuesdays in general. I will do my best to try to be here. If I'm not able to go live, then I will post in Keenan's what I'm watching for the next day. I'll still chart. It's just going to be later at night, and I'll just do it really quickly on my own and post my charts for you guys. Yeah, there's just a chance I'm not going to be able to do it. So, with that said, much love, much respect to everybody.